Hi there, it's me, Lavender Gray, here with a tarot reading. So today we are going to be looking at your next or current best friend. We're going to start with some oracles, get an energy check of you and them and see what's going on and making sure you found the right pile. Then, if we're going to get into the tarot, I have three lovely decks here today. We're going to look at you and your strength and your weakness, them, their strength and their weakness, what you're like together, what you will teach each other, and the potential of your relationship. And then we will crack open the Rose Oracle for some last advice. If you are new to Pick a Card Tarot readings, basically there's three readings in the video corresponding to each of these three piles. You use your intuition to choose which one you want. It could be the crystal, the cards, a vibe, a general overview. It doesn't really matter, but you will scroll down to the description box and find the timestamp of your corresponding reading. So that's basically what the genre is. Let's get into the pile selection. So for pile number one, we have this rose quartz with the Kawaii Tarot. Pile number two, we have this lovely piece of opalite, raw opalite on the Star Spinner Tarot. And number three, we have this moonstone and the cat tarot. So go ahead and take as much time as you need. You can pause the video to choose which one you are most drawn to. It could be multiple, it could be all of them, it could be none of them, in which case this might not be the video for you. If you would like some randomization, we'll roll a d4. Number three. So if you weren't sure where to go, start with pile number three. And without further ado, let's get into it. Heather, pile one, if you chose this rose quartz and the Kawaii Tarot, then this reading is for you. So first, we're going to get into your oracle cards. I have a bunch of oracle cards picked out. So this first pile will represent you and your energy as it is right now. And then we will have another pile of describing your person, your next or current best friend. And as I'm reading and it sounds like things are familiar to you, things are striking home, then you found the right pile. If you're like, I don't know, this doesn't really sound like me, then try a different pile. So first we have Sword, Make the Change, number 7. The Knight of Swords in reverse. Sowilo with Kingfisher. 52, Take a Walk. And 29, Journal. Let's take a look. Oh, lovely. We have so much room. Okay. So let's take a look-see at this. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse, which tells me there is either a blocked energy or an imbalance of energy, particularly to do with communication. I think you need to be communicating with yourself first and foremost, being honest with what your needs and desires and dreams are. I think we have like an outside matching the inside sort of makeover or physical change to your body. She's cutting her hair. So you might want to get a haircut or try new clothes or look at yourself in the mirror a different way and adorn your body with what feels right to you. You might have a Leo placement. I'm getting that a little bit. We have a change for good here. Wicked, anybody? Sorry. We have make the change here, so there's going to be some sort of shift, some transition into a new version of yourself, and you might be physically manifesting that change in terms of how you do your hair or what makeup you wear or what jewelry you put on. Paying attention to the fabrics and the textures of things and how the light bounces off jewelry and things like that. Taking some time to beautify yourself in whatever way that might be. It might be like filing your nails or something like that. That's just like a little bit of self-care. Um, I'm someone who rocks no makeup pretty much 24/7. But there is something very special about performing a beauty ritual. Aphrodite vibes coming in. And then we have number 29, journal, and 52, take a walk. Ooh, maybe bringing your journal out where you take walks, and maybe journaling in nature. Probably right now, not right now, I mean, because it's snowy, it's winter for the Northern Hemisphere. Um, let's see. But when the weather gets warmer, taking a forest bath with your notebook in hand so you can write down ideas or messages that you get while you're out in nature, as well as just the physical stretching your legs is going to help you with clarity. Like if you're really coming up against a wall, like with this Knight of Swords energy of not like quite being sure where to go next, um, physically going outside and looking at the sky, the trees, the squirrels and birds, whatever wildlife you may have or whatever your local flora is, paying attention to it and getting peace and guidance from it. Uh, I think nature, there's a lot of spirituality in nature or connected to nature. At least in my experience, I feel very spiritually connected when I'm like in a forest or out somewhere. I haven't taken a walk in a little bit. I'm like full hypocrite right now. I need to go take a walk. So you might be a writer. You might be very good at writing. You might be a poet. Um, you might just be very good at communicating through the written word. We have the Knight of Swords here as sort of a messenger archetype. The swords are about communication and mental matters. Um, the knights are all pretty romantic, but the King of Swords is, I would say, the least romantic of the knights. He's very single minded and focused on getting the job done. He's very task oriented. Um, but journaling and putting like journaling for a little bit, like give yourself a little bit of time to journal and free form write for yourself. You might discover truths as you write them down and being like, oh, I guess I have been feeling this way, but I just never put it into words. So putting things into words is going to be very important for you. If you are, so let's say you're meeting a new friend and you're getting closer and might be best friends. Oh shoot, did I lose it? Did the thought leave me? Oh, okay, yes, I remember. So being very clear with your intentions with this other person, being like, I really want us to be friends. I think we can really get along, and being able to form a relationship out of those boundaries, and being clear of like, I'm not interested romantically. I just want us to be really good friends. Being able to put words to your desires and your comfortable levels of intimacy with friendships. That's another big thing about like how much do you share with your friends? How vulnerable are you with your friends? Do you have anybody you can like bare your heart and soul to, if that's the sort of friend you're looking for? If you're just looking for a friend to like hang out sometimes, go to bars, really chill hangs, um, like what sort of like activities do you want to be doing with your friend here? Speaking of, let's get into their oracle cards. Okay. Let's see, what order do we want to do them in? I think I want to start with this one. The Mystic, the Six of Swords, the Hermit, Dog, close up, pleasure with a close friend, and aren't dogs like like man's best friend? Like dogs really represent friend energy, that golden retriever vibe of there's a TikTok of someone being like, say that your partner is a golden retriever without saying so, and they said, "Do you want to go to Target?" And the person got like really excited about being like, "Oh my gosh, yes, let's go to Target. Don't tease me." Um, so that sort of energy of being like, "Yeah, let's go out. Let's do an outing, an outing." Um, uh, if that's sort of what your deal is, I think this friend is someone who is um wants to hang out. I think quality time is going to be their biggest love language. Um, and they are probably very loyal as well, as friendly and very protective as well. Dogs bark all the time, so they might be kind of loud, um, in a good way for the most part. Um, they are also probably very spiritual with the mystic here. Um, you're probably spiritual too, based on the fact you're watching a tarot reading. If you're not spiritual and you're trying it out, welcome. So happy to have you. Would love to hear any like comments you may have. Um, but you might be able to share in spirituality with them and do rituals together and like cleanse your crystals together and do like spiritual dancing or something like that. Something that's like really fun. And I think this person is very adventurous and they like going out. We have addict, helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior, compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. So they are really, really good at committing to things. And when they commit to something, they commit to it 100%. So they're going to um, want to be close to your side, especially when you guys are like first starting to hang out with each other. Um, they could struggle with addiction. We can take it very literally. This person might have like they might get so focused into something that uh, other things fall by the wayside. Like if they're maybe gaming a whole bunch or like working on a project or something like that, they might be addicted to it for that period of time, if that makes sense. And we have attract through glow with firefly. Pretty good, pretty good. Um, we have the Hermit and the Six of Swords. So the Hermit, very literally, is about spending time by themselves. So they might be, right now, they might be in a period of hermitude where they're listening to their own internal voice and reconnecting with their highest good. Um, this might be coming after a phase of tumult, of difficulty. The Six of Swords is about leaving a difficult situation and moving on to something more peaceful. So they might be healing from past relationships, whether platonic or romantic. Um, um, but whatever it is, they are moving to brighter pastures. They're moving to a place where they will be um, protected. They will be sharing laughter with. Um, let's see. So we have attract through glow, and fireflies blink to attract other fireflies and find a mate. So this person might be, I think this person is very authentic. I think they really are who they say they are. Like, I think what you get, what you see is what you get with this person, who's very loyal and very, has a lot of integrity. And your glow is going to match their glow. Like, your higher selves are going to, like, click basically, and I think you are going to be able to share in spirituality with this friend. Maybe you do spells together or chant or something like that, but if you've been manifesting a friend, and you are also very authentic and true to yourself, you're going to attract those kinds of people that are like, oh, you're real, if that makes sense. So I'm going to clear these and we'll move on to the tarot. Oh my god, it's a mess of cards. Okay, so we are going to look at you and them and sort of what factors are going on. Let's get some good shuffles in. I've been doing dog shit shuffles lately. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm like losing my ability to shuffle. And I can't do bridge shuffling. I've tried to learn a million times. My hands are just too small. I don't have it within my powers. Okay. The first card will represent you, pile number 1. And if you feel like it's flip-flopped, I mean, that's probably okay. You might be mirroring each other. Okay, the first card, you. The World in reverse. Okay, so you might actually be coming from maybe a friend breakup sort of deal, and you're now opening yourself up to letting other friends in. I've had some like friend heartbreaks where it like kind of makes me wary of making new friends. So you might be dealing with that. The World in reverse is like an aborted ending, like something that ends too quickly or in a weird imbalanced way of being like the give and take wasn't balanced. You didn't really get a lot of closure, that sort of deal. So you might be healing that wound. Your strength is 3 of coins in reverse. You are very good at, I was just checking the screen. You're very good on teams. You're a team player. You're very sweet and kind to your friends. You're very grounded and down to earth and a very practical person. You might like the finer things in life. You might be just a titch materialistic. Don't worry, me too. I'm a material girl in a material world. But you are also very loyal and a very good friend. You go out of your way to help your friends. You are a good giver of gifts if that's one of your love languages. All right, your weakness is the Hierophant with this little unicorn. So the Hierophant is Taurus and the crystal is Herkimer diamond, if that matters to you. So you might be held back by your beliefs at the moment. You might be in a scarcity mindset of being like, I'm never gonna find a friend. You might be feeling like alone in that way. And you might be stuck in how you used to do things. The Hierophant is about tradition. Sorry for the noise outside. The Hierophant is also very respected. So you might not see yourself as the leader that you are. You might have imposter syndrome or feel like no, that's not me. I'm not that strong. So your weakness is not seeing how loved you are. I think you have a lot of people in your circle that care about you a lot, even if you are afraid of reaching out. I think you are on people's minds in a very positive light where they're like, oh, I want to talk to them soon. I hope we can hang out soon. So they might be afraid to reach out though. So if you do have some friends that you want to spend some time with, it's okay to take the first move, to make the first move and be like, hey, let's hang out. Um, don't be scared of making new friends. Trust your instincts. I think you're a very smart person. I think you might be a little too smart for your own good. But let's see. Your person is being represented by the Knight of Swords. So, ooh, we have the Knight of Swords come out in the Oracle deck. Um, so that's very interesting. So the Knight of Swords is very fast-paced. We have him charging in on his Pegasus, his unicorn Pegasus. Um, but the knights are all very swift. They're about action, they're about getting things done. The Knight of Swords makes quick, clean cuts, is able to get shit done. Might be a little bit um, on the cold side. Um, they might speak truths without really thinking of the repercussions, like they might not be very tactful. On the other hand, because this card is upright, they could be very adept at communicating with people and be very good at keeping conversations going and being able to listen as well as they speak. Their strength is the Three of Wands. So we have mirroring threes, Three of Wands in reverse, Three of Coins in reverse, in the exact same placement. So you're probably going to get along just fine because your strengths align. So we have the Three of Wands in reverse, also very good at teamwork. So you might be people who collaborate together. Maybe you're content creators. I don't know. If you are, hit me up. Um, I'll be your friend. Um, so the Three of Wands is about creativity and passion as well. So you guys might get very excited together. And the weakness is the Devil in reverse. Okay, so interesting that we had Addict come out because the Devil in reverse is basically the addict archetype where you're letting your vices get the best of you, and you're getting in your own way. So they might get in their own way a lot. They might expect a lot of themselves, and set themselves up for disappointment when they can't reach goals. And it's like, dude, you're moving the goalposts. You've already accomplished so much. Um, um, like getting in their own way like that. The devil is, and I feel like I should share, the devil is a little bit sexy, and whispers a little bit of indulgence is okay, which, I'll let you extrapolate from that. Okay. Uh, what you are like together. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. Very interesting. You might go into business with this person. That could be true for some people. Um, you might you might exchange a lot of money advice, like you might bond over talking about finances. Um, if money is something that like interests you like that. Um, Making sure we're still recording. Um, uh, so the Four of Cups is about despondency. So to have it in reverse tells me it might be the opposite of that, where you are really paying attention and open to blessings from the universe. So I think you guys will be able to be very grateful for each other. All right, what you will teach each other. The Six of Swords. I'll put you right here. Um, the Six of Swords. Um, so we had the Six of Swords come out on their end. So like I said, it's about, oh, and they're in a little boat. Both of them were in a boat. The art on the cards. Anyway, um, so you will be each other's solace in times of trouble. Um, Mother Mary comes to me. All right, sorry. Um, you will you might also connect with your inner child with them. Like you guys would have been really great friends as kids, and so you get like that youthful kid energy of being really excited and like running around together. Like um and you might find that you heal a lot by hanging out with this person, especially if you're suffering from like friend heartbreak over here with the world in reverse. The Six of Swords in reverse is going to give you lots of internal healing. And then the potential of your relationship is the Sun in reverse. So even in reverse, the Sun is always a positive card. Um, um, The sun is creative, it is life giving, it is vibrant energy, um, it is, um, it is strength of will. It is seeing the good in everything. It's just a beautiful time of life where you are abundant and free, and you can think of just like the perfect summer day with the blue sky, the warm sun. Maybe you're at the beach, just like warm, fuzzy feelings, the sun in reverse. So the potential of your relationship is um, joy and harmony and being there for each other, being each other's rock. Okay, I'm going to clear these cards and we are going to move on to the Rose Oracle to give us some advice moving forward. Whoops, bad shuffle. Let's try again. Okay. Brothers of the Rose. Sacred masculine, honor, protection, support. So you are going to be very protective of each other. You are going to see the sacred in each other and want to keep each other safe. So if if anybody tries to step to you, your other friend's gonna be like the guard dog that's like, hey, don't talk to them like that, sort of deal. You might be the one to call, like, if someone's anxious to make a phone call, you might do it for them, or anxious to like ask for more ketchup at a restaurant. It might be easy for you to do that for somebody else. We had the knight archetype come up twice. So the knights are romantic, they are chivalrous, they are honorable, they're action oriented, and they embody masculine energy. So you are going to be each other's knights, which is, it's very romantic. It can be if you can be best friends with a romantic partner, of course. Um, let's see. The Wild Rose. Do it your way. Embrace your uniqueness untamed. So you are going to be able to be wild with your counterpart, pile number one. You are going to be sort of like, especially if you spend time outside together, be that sort of feral nature child that like runs around barefoot. So you are going to connect to each other's inner child and be able to take care. You might heal each other's inner child, inner children, I guess. Um, like I think a lot of healing is going to take place here. Um, you might meet them in summer, is what I'm getting. Uh, just it might be true for some people. Um, but anyway, I'm going to end your reading there. If you liked this video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below, and I'll see you later. Bye! Hi there, Pile 2. If you chose this piece of raw opalite and the Star Spinner Tarot, then this reading is for you. So first we're going to get into your oracle cards. We have number 23, Confidence. It comes with time and practice. The 5 of Wands. 20, Dream Journal. And Perthrow with double-headed snake. Okay. So there's a bit of anxiety here. There's a little bit of shyness, of feeling like you're not good enough. And you might be coming off of a, a a very sad situation, like in terms of friendships, like you might be coming from a friend heartbreak, or you might, this might be for some of you, but we have her in a train, so you might be someone who's traveled or has moved recently, and now you don't have your friends nearby, and you're feeling sort of lonely, feeling a little bit alone. Have no fear, pile number 2, because your friends are on their way. We have this person in the 5 of Wands running forward while these foxes are getting in his way. So this is you running forward toward good friends and better situations. Okay, I wanted to get the book. I had to go grab it. Let's see. Number 23. Let's see what it says. Confidence. It comes with time and practice. It seems like everywhere around you, people are chattering about how confident they are and just how freeing it feels. You wish you could relate to them, but you haven't gotten there yet. Listen, it's all right. Confidence is not an instant or an overnight evolution. Just like with everything else, it takes time, practice, and a lot of unlearning of toxicity. So, let's see. We have here the idea of time, of spending your time wisely, of not giving in to useless arguments. Like, you might be somebody who likes to argue. Some people just like to argue, and that's fine. But you might be finding that this sort of negative self-talk is getting in your way. We have, this says, "Are you sleeping?" on the book here. So getting a, oh, what is, there's schmutz on this card. What the hell? Excuse me. Okay. There we go. But making sure you're sleeping well. It says dream journal, so if lucid dreaming is something that you're trying to get into, dream journaling is really useful. You might be getting messages from your subconscious while you sleep, in which case getting up and writing down the symbols and the activities and the settings that your dreams contain. We have a lot of wisdom with two-headed snake here. So Perthrow is a very mystical rune, and we have the snake with their third eye open. So you might be a very mystical person. In fact, you might be working on manifesting good friendships, in which case keep going. It comes with time and practice. I think you're a very magical person. I think you have lots of spirit guides around you, cheering you on. And helping you through these tumultuous times. We have this like spear is like glowing. The tip of it is glowing, signalizing enlightenment. Signalizing? I meant symbolizing. Signifies plus symbolizing. Signalize. You can just make up words. Let's see. So we're going to move on to your person's oracles. Let's see. The heart. Oh, I love that. Let's do this one next. See Beyond the Past with Black Swan. August. Victim. Prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. Playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity. Inability to maintain personal boundaries. And the King of Pentacles. Do I want this to be reversed? Yeah, we'll take it reversed. How's that look? Looks pretty good. Yeah, alright, I'll take that. Okay, so I love that we have this magenta color coming through in both cards. This like the color of love, I want to say. So this person has a lot of love in their heart, the heart, obviously. They might be a bit of a bleeding heart, like they might really like giving to charity, or they're probably burnt out by looking at social media and all the bad news. There's someone who is very protective of their heart but still wears it on their sleeve. We have see beyond the past. So this is the story of the ugly duckling, this black swan, and it's about recognizing how truly beautiful you are just as you are, and thinking of yourself as a duckling compared to ducks when you're actually a swan is useless. So this person, they might struggle with comparing themselves to others. Um, um, yes, they might have imposter syndrome as well. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So this person might be down on their luck right now, and they might be looking for a good friend as well. The Kings in reverse symbolize a little bit out of control, this imbalance of energy. We have Taurus here with these bullheads. They could be a Taurus. The other earth signs are Virgo and Capricorn. Um, let's see, victim. Yeah, so we have this bleeding heart here. Um, they might be coming out of an ABUSE situation, and they might be learning and growing from it. I don't know what sign is in August, but they might be born in August, or have that be a particularly eventful month in their life. Um, I think the Dream Cruise in Michigan is in August, so maybe they like classic cars. Um, let's see. I think that is what I'm gonna do for the oracles, and we'll move on to the tarot. That was a pretty fun little reading. Let's see what the tarot has to say. So, Star Spinner Tarot, we are going to look at you and a new potential friend. Friendship is just so important. Love is important as well, and romance is important, but friendships are really like your support system. And it can be very lonely when you don't have friends near you. And I feel you. I have moved to a place where not a lot of my friends live, so I'm kind of far away from people. So I feel you. But anyway, let's see. The first card will represent you. Okay. Let's take the top one. The world! Oh my gosh. Okay, well, she's naked, but she doesn't have nipples, so I'm gonna leave it. Um, should I? I'll censor it. I have no idea how all that works. But this makes me so sad that we have to censor it. It's art, you know? Like, why would you censor art? Anyway, um, we have the world here. So, you like getting shit done, pile two. You like to wrap things up in a neat little bow and finish them and get closure and stuff like that. The world is about endings and therefore new beginnings, but the world upright is about satisfying endings and closure and catharsis. So you might find that in searching for a new friend, you're able to let go of the past and start a new cycle of life, a new way of being. Like you might find that one way you used to do things is not the best way, and you find better ways to handle yourself or respond to things. All right, okay. I'm gonna put those back. Let's get your strength as a friend. All right, I'll take that one. The Hermit. How do we look? Maybe like that. All right. So your strength. So with that confidence card, it's really interesting that this came out. You are very good at being on your own, and you might not need to hang out with friends in person. Like you might be an introvert. Hanging out with friends virtually might be really nice for you because you can still be like by yourself, but still like hearing your friends' voices. or like if you do video calls with them. You are very good at going internal and getting wisdom from your subconscious, gaining enlightenment here. We have this glowing lantern, and we have this monk here. So you are probably very good on your own, and you don't need a lot of social time, but you do need some, which is why you're watching this video, right? Right. So, let's see. We have two major arcana here, so this might be a very important time in your life where you're meeting new people and finding people that don't drain you to be around. All right, let's get, okay. The weakness is the Lovers in reverse. How do we look? We look great. So the Lovers in reverse. So your weakness is romance here. You might be somebody that once you're in a relationship, you sort of let uh, um, other relationships fall to the wayside and you focus too much on romantic life, and there's this imbalance between your relationships with people. Um, so you might be coming out of a bad relationship as well. We saw a little bit of heartbreak in the cards with the confidence card um, in the oracles. But let's see. So the Lovers in reverse is, and all three of these are major arcana. Okay, so a very important time in your life where things are shifting and moving. So you might be, I'm hearing Maud Latour's lyrics saying, "I'm done dating bad guys." It's in one of her songs from the Starsick EP. One of my, I think my favorite EP of all time. Maybe besides, well, an EP isn't a full album, right? But it's like my favorite album. Next to Lord's Solar Power. Anyway, that's a bit of my music taste. But we have here this imbalance of energy, someone giving too much and not receiving enough. There could have been ABUSE, which of course I'm happy that you're out of the situation with this Lovers in reverse. I think you might fall in love very easily, and therefore get hurt very easily as well. And so you're entering into this period of like protecting yourself, like a crustacean with that hard outer exterior, protecting the soft insides that get wounded very easily. Okay, let's get them now. Representing them, we have Temperance. Okay, this is like that. Okay. So, talking about balance, right? The Temperance card is this alchemist card where he is pouring water, symbolizing flow and change and balance. We have an angel pictured here with red wings. So red feathers or red wings could be significant to you. We also have yellow diamonds. And I want to say lilies down here, a type of flower. Just pointing out some of the symbolism so you can take it home with you. And if you're like, oh, I start seeing yellow diamonds everywhere, I can take that as a sign from the universe that my friend is on their way. So this person is going to be coming from a very balanced place. They are going to have a work-home life balance, love, friendship balance. They're just going to be very good at managing all the different sectors of their life, which is something that you can probably learn from if you are having trouble balancing relationships in your life. So this friendship might help heal past trauma. Let's take a look at what their strength is. Okay, we'll take the top one here. King of Chalices. Ooh, look at that card. How cool is that? Okay, the King of Chalices represented by a dragon here. Awesome. So their strength is staying on top of their emotions. They're a very powerful person and their emotions are very powerful. They might have maybe not been in control of their emotions earlier in their life, but they've done the work and put in the effort to harness them and not let emotions control them. Um, I think they're very kind and generous as well. And they're just very intuitive too. They can rely on their intuition a lot. Um, we also have this masculine authority with the king here, so they could embody masculine energy. Doesn't matter what their gender is, it's just energy. And they're very protective as well. Let's see what their weakness is. The Queen of Chalices. Oh, okay, very interesting. We have the King and the Queen of Chalices. That's not even at all. Oh no. Okay, that'll have to do. Um okay. So we have the Queen of Chalices here. So we have whales pictured here. We have a yellow crown. We have two yellow crowns. So they might not be very good at receiving love if this is their weakness. They might give a lot and not really expect anything in return, but they feel that like after a while that sort of gets to them that they're not receiving as much as they're giving, and that I think makes them very angry. So that's something that affects them deeply is giving too much, not receiving enough. Oh, she has tits out. It's not like I'm monetized right now, so, not a huge deal. Um, I just do it because I like it. Anyway, this Queen of Chalices in the weakness sector makes me think that they have not always been in control of their emotions, um, and they've let them sort of control them in the past here. This might be something they struggle with a lot, actually. They might struggle with a mood disorder as well, in which case, same. It's tough out here for a pimp. Okay. Um, I like to say it's tough out here for a pimp. Can you imagine what it's like for a prostitute? um, Sorry, I don't know why I shared that, but it came to the tip of my tongue, so I shared it. Um, but they're very powerful. Even in the weakness sector, we have all this power. We have this giant queen holding up a fucking pirate ship. Um, um, I'm thinking of the Percy Jackson book, Sea of Monsters, where they get a hold of a pirate ship, or I don't know if it's a pirate ship, but it's a big wooden ship like this, and Percy can control where the ropes and stuff go, and he turns out to be a really good sailing captain. Um, so that makes me think of balance again. So we have both the king and the queen. They probably have a very good balance of masculine and feminine energy. They could be androgynous, non-binary, might be playing with gender expression a little bit. Let's see what you guys are like together. The Magician in reverse. Interesting. So you two might be practicing magic together. I think there's a little bit of that in pile one, if I'm remembering correctly. So if that pile spoke to you, you might want to check it out. We also had a bit of a heartbreak, a friend heartbreak coming out in pile one. So if that resonates with you, I would say check it out. But the Magician in reverse, I think you guys might do spells together, might do spellcraft, some witchcraft together, which is really cool. The Magician is all about having everything you need at your fingertips. We have the four elements pictured here: wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. Where are the pentacles? Oh, they're in his little money pouch. The little pink pouch next to the sword. Okay. Um, um, so to have him in reverse could be an internal energy. Um, did I just move my camera? No, I think we're good. Um, so there could be this internal energy of doing witchcraft for self empowerment, where you're doing witchcraft and spellcraft in order to better yourself personally, working on your emotions, working on your relationships with people. Um, we could also say this is an imbalance of energy, and you might focus too hard on witchcraft and lose your groundedness. I like that we have tarot cards, or I think they're tarot cards here. Um, uh, you both might be pretty mystical and just be like on the same wavelength when it comes to mysticism and intuition and everything like that. So you might hold each other accountable as well, especially if you're trying to manifest something specific. All right, what you will teach each other? The sun! Oh my god, yes, you will be teaching each other how to see the light in life again, how to regain that wonder and awe of life that you had as a child. Inner child healing coming up here. The sun is always a positive card. It is light, strength, beauty, um, happiness, and joy and success. It's like all those good things. So you will teach each other how to see the good in life again. All right, and the potential of the relationship is the Knight of Wands. Interesting. So, you might um you might help each other find someone to be in a relationship with. Like, I don't want to say the one, but that is what came to my mind. They might be able to help you find the one for you. Like, it could be a mutual friend or one of their friends that you meet and you hit it off with. The Knight of Wands is very sexy, is very romantic and chivalrous, as all the knights are. Um, um, they like fighting for a goal. They like accomplishing things. The knights are kind of ambitious. They're action oriented. But the Knight of Wands is a little bit of a player. So you might be meeting people through this friend that you have romantic or sexy feelings for. Um, but let's see, back to the sun here. Um, there is I'm thinking of Samwise saying there's good in this here world, Mr. Frodo, and it's worth fighting for. Like that's like the energy you're going to be bringing in. We have a red bird here, and we have some black birds, so those symbols might be important to you. We also have a bird here. Um, Birds represent freedom, don't they? And sometimes peace if we're thinking of a dove. Um, so you might find a lot of freedom in this relationship with this person. Um, and you might find that you're able to express yourself fully without fear of judgment or fear of scaring somebody away. You're actually able to communicate on the same wavelength and understand each other very well. You might find that, like, you think, like, oh, I wish we had been friends as kids because you would have been my best friend as little kids. So you might be like sort of like a little kid with them. Like you might be like have like giggle fits and stuff like that, which is all very beautiful. All right, I'm going to clear these cards, try and cover up the beautiful art. I'm doing a very bad job of censoring it, but that's not really a problem right now. Okay. Gonna put the tarot to the side, and we're going to bring in the Rose Oracle. Do my little knock ritual. I don't know if it does anything, I just like doing it. I do it to sort of like knock out any old energy and leave room for new energy. That's sort of what the deal is. These shuffle like a dream. Ooh, look at that. Alright. What messages does pile number 2 need to hear today? The codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. So this is a time of nurturing yourself, nurturing this new friendship once this person um, comes into your life. You're going to find that uh, you will help each other grow. Let's see what the book has to say about codes of the seeds. Okay? Seeds come in knowing exactly what to do. Within them, they hold the potential of entire forests and rose gardens. Seeds have within them an intelligent timing that's connected with the intelligence of the cosmos. We're all seeds, future forests and gardens waiting to be born. We each hold the codes of a new humanity within us. Change is our natural state. Seeds must be buried in the darkness before they can bloom into the light. Seeds can't even begin to bloom without embracing the fertile void of the winter soil. They can't flower without outgrowing the constraints of the bud. They can't bear fruit without releasing their beauty to the earth and letting go of the very thing about them that captivated others. This card delivers the message that within you you have all you need to create what you're destined to create. We saw that with the magician. To move through everything that life delivers and to navigate your way through any terrain. The blueprint has always been seated within. Trust that you have within you the codes for the most glorious rose garden waiting to bud and bloom. Trust those codes. Remember the blueprint. All you need to do now is take the next step, or remember that blueprint. All you need to do now is take the next step, and tomorrow take the next. If you continue taking baby steps each day, on a day not too far from today, you'll look back and discover the most breathtaking garden of roses all around you, and then fruit will follow. Today, just take the next step. You know what to do. The blueprint is encoded within you. What's your soul calling you to do? What's one baby step you can take? All right, pile number 2. Should we do another one? Let's see. Do we want to... Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion, humanity. Yeah, let's take both. So you might find that you mother each other. If you have like mommy issues, sorry to say it like that, if you have issues with your mother, you might find that they sort of take on a role of nurturing and caring for you. Not like overbearing, but more just like being the mom friend where they like worry about you and want you to be safe. Let's see what the book has to say. Mother Rose. A sacred symbol of the feminine, the rose has been here much longer than us. In times ancient, garlands of roses were placed around statues of mother goddesses in worship of her. We're all her children. She connects and unites us all. If we trace her roots far enough, maybe we'll find our way back to each other. We're living in a time of great division, learning and unlearning. We're together mending the thread of humanity. This is a card of returning to union by facing what's been broken, separated, and severed. To realize that we're all human, and while harm has been done, what's needed now is for us to acknowledge what's happened and to endeavor to find a way to return to each other. To realize that it's possible for two people to have a different experience at the same time and that both can be true. Mother Rose longs for humanity to drop our defenses and reach out to each other with deep honesty and compassion, to face and untangle the sadness, anger, and hurt from our hearts with the help of her grace, to dig our roots deep until we find common ground. Which relationships are difficult for you now? Who has hurt you? How can you soften and express your truth without being defensive? How can you open yourself up to the possibility that two truths can exist at once? Rose transmission. Mother Rose, please show us how to find our way back to you, the earth, and each other. Please help me to acknowledge what's difficult for me, and may my heart be filled with compassion for all. Some very powerful stuff. So, pile number 2, that is where I'm going to leave you. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi there, pile 3. If you chose this piece of Moonstone and the Cat Tarot, then this reading is for you. We're going to put the tarot to the side for a second and get into your oracle cards first. Let's go. Number 44, Storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. All right, so we have repeating 4s here. We had repeating 8s in the last pile as well. We have 4 is the number of stability, of domesticity. You can think of a house being made of 4 walls or a chair having 4 legs. It's about having a stable foundation. We have here a period of peace after a period of tumult. I think I said that right. Tumult? Tumultuous. Because we have storm, every hurricane comes to an end. So once the storm has passed, it's okay to find joy in life again. So if you are coming off of a tumultuous time in your life and it's sort of slowed down and things seem to be looking up, there's probably this like guarded feeling of like not wanting that to happen again. Am I in frame? Yes. Let's see. We have the Two of Wands. We have Look to the Stars. And Ansus with Raven. So Raven makes me think of Odin with his two ravens, Thought and Memory. So Odin might be an important deity for you. We have very mystical, we have crystals here as well, and then holding a pendulum. We also have a red jewel here. So lots of different symbols to work with here. We have what looks like a little scroll, so messenger archetype might be important to you. So, okay, so we have a very jaded disposition here representing you at the moment. These cards are an energetic check to see if you found the right reading. The Two of Wands is about teamwork. It's about having a spark between you and somebody else, something that is creative and passionate and ambitious. You might be wanting a friend to go into business with as well. Like you might be a business person and you're looking for people to collaborate with, but you might be very jaded after this storm that has happened to you. We have Look to the Stars, so you could be a star seed if you believe in that. If you believe in that shit, hell yeah. We also have astrology pictured here with all the signs here. So looking into your birth chart, or even just your regular sun sign, right? That's like your regular one, your birth sign. I'm a Taurus. It's the best one. Sorry, not sorry. Um, but we have a very mature feeling here. We have someone who's been through the ringer, someone who has seen it all. I'm thinking of Lord's song, Secrets from a Girl Who's Seen It All. Um, um, yes, let us move on to your person, see what energy they've got going on. We have the bridge. Ooh, okay. I'm thinking of the rainbow bridge. So Norse mythology might be something very important to you. If you do deity work, you might have some Norse gods looking to hang out with you. We have You Are About to Shine with Armadillo. We have Teacher in reverse. Shadow attributes, manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits and destructive skills. I'll read the light attribute too. Ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Okay. Pineapple, reconciliation. And the Queen of Cups in reverse. What a lovely spread of cards. What do we think? We're sort of in frame. Okay. We're still recording. Good. Sometimes I get scared that like my phone is gonna run out of memory or something like that. But we're all good right now. Yes, I'm filming on my phone. If you have any recommendations for cameras and camera stands, please let me know. I am not very good at technology. But anyway, we have a lot of heavy energy. This person might be going through it right now, and that's why they haven't appeared in your life yet. This person has some lessons they need to work through. Lessons like teacher, LOL. They have some lessons that they need to work through. We have this rainbow bridge pictured here. So they might be trying to connect certain parts of their life together. They might be feeling like they're split between multiple things. We have Armadillo here, which is all about internal light and going from a very like armored protection to opening up and releasing your light to the world. This person, we have reconciliation here, so this person might have wronged someone or done something wrong, and they are finding how they have to atone for, not atone, I hate that word, but they're working through it, as it were. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse, so they might be someone that lets their emotions get the better of them. In reverse, well, first of all, look at how beautiful this dress is. it's absolutely gorgeous. So we have the mermaid archetype here. We have someone with big emotions. We have someone with a lot of power. We have someone with a lot of femininity as well. It doesn't matter what their gender is, it's just about energy. Everybody has feminine and masculine energy within them. But I keep looking at this bridge card and there's all this darkness here. So I feel like they're in this period of darkness. We have darkness on this card as well. So they might be going through something right now, and that's part of the reason why they haven't shown up in your life yet, because they have all this stuff to work through on their own. Um, um, and once you meet them, they're going to be the best version of themselves at that point. But it might take a while for you to actually meet this person because of what's going on in their life. You might find that you actually have a lot in common with them with this storm card. Um, um, Building bridges might, I'm just hearing the phrase building bridges. Okay, I'm going to clear these. I love all these cards. It's so much fun. It's so tactile. Okay, now let us get back into the tarot. Let's see. We're going to look at some strengths and weaknesses and the potential of your relationship. Ooh, my nails match the deck. Woo! Yeah! I love that. Okay. All right, the first card is going to represent you. Okay. The sun. Ooh, the sun came out in the previous group as well, group number 2. So if you wanted to check it out, go ahead. We have sunflowers here. We have this happy little kitty cat. Oh my gosh. Move him a little bit that way. So, even with that jadedness we saw in the oracle cards, there is this feeling of freedom and gratitude for what the sun provides, which is light, creativity, joy, wonder, this like inner child feeling too of just being like grateful for the natural world around you. We have this cat basking in a patch of sunlight, that sort of warm fuzzy feeling once you get if you're in the sun for a little bit, that like warm feeling. Um, Feel the warmth on your skin. Let's see what a strength is. The Two of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. So you're very good at juggling multiple things. You're very good at balancing. And if you're not good at balancing yet, then you will be soon. And that might be one of the lessons you're learning right now, is how to balance work and home life, your relationships, your friendships, your romantic relationships, your family relationships, everything that makes up your life. You're going to find that you are able to juggle things a little bit better than before. All right, we have a weakness. Is the King of Cups in reverse. How are we looking? Looking good. Okay. So we have the King of Cups here. So sort of like we saw with that Queen of Cups in reverse, this is someone who doesn't have a handle on their emotions. So you might be someone, and this reminds me of that storm card too, that like water energy. You might be a little bit stormy when you're in a bad mood. You might let your emotions control you and you lash out or react to something and then you regret it later. That's okay. It happens to all of us. We all misspeak or let something slip that we don't that we don't really need, or that we don't really mean, is what I was trying to say. You probably have friends around you that understand and forgive you, but it's still this weakness of yours. Okay, let's take a look at them now. I want to shuffle it. card to represent them. The Nine of Wands. Okay, so this person is very protective of what's important to them. This person has worked to get to where they are today, and they're very, very protective of it. So this could be relationships that they've grown. This could be accomplishments at work. This could be creative passion projects that they have completed or are working on. So this Nine of Wands, they're just very protective. They are fiery as well, compassionate, passionate, creative. They might be a bit of a spitfire, like they might uh, talk very fast. um, they might be a little bit argumentative as well with the wands here. Let's see what their strength is the Tower in reverse. They know when to cut cords and just cut your losses and move on. We have here two cats very scared jumping off the cat tower. So the Tower in reverse is about disaster avoided. So they are very intuitive and know when to pull the ripcord on things where they're like, oh, this person actually isn't good for me. I'm going to step away from the relationship. Um, um, they are probably very intuitive in that way. Let's see what a weakness is the Four of Cups in reverse. So this person, oh, let's get you a little bit more in frame. All right, good enough. Good enough for who it's for. Um, Please forgive me if anything is crooked. I am doing my best. Okay. All right. So the Four of Cups is about despondency, of not seeing opportunities as they arise. Um, um, so the Four of Cups here, we have this cat looking into an empty dish while someone is handing them another one. So the Four of Cups is about being bored, being like dissatisfied with what you have in life, while opportunities are being literally handed to you on a silver platter. So this person might maybe not look a gift horse in the mouth, but be sort of comparing themselves to others and being like, why aren't I there yet? Why haven't I accomplished this yet? Why haven't I, yada, yada, yada? Like, why haven't I done this yet? And the truth is, it's about timing, right? And skill level. So this person might be wanting to move forward with like their career or passion projects they're working on, but they're coming up against a wall. And that's just because they have to appreciate what it is that's around them already. All right, and then what you are like together is the Page of Wands. Interesting. Move you down a little bit. Na 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 da da da. Okay, the Page of Wands. So pages are messenger archetypes. So, um, the written and spoken word might be very important to you. Like text messages or emails or speaking to each other, words are just very important right now. So say what you mean and mean what you say, although I don't think you have any problem with that. Um, the Page of Wands is very passionate, so you guys might create art together. You guys might work on creative projects together. I think you make each other laugh a lot as well. Um, I think you guys will. There's this inner child here with the Sun in reverse. You might find some inner child healing with this person as well. Let's see what you will teach each other is the Chariot in reverse. So slowing down and enjoying life is what you're going to teach each other. Um, mm, slowing each other down and being like, okay, wait, before we make a decision, let's breathe and slow down and ground ourselves. Um, I think is what this chariot card means, because the chariot in reverse is a chariot that is out of control. So, um, what you will teach each other is how to regain that control, and pointing out when the other is sort of spiraling out of control. Be like, hey, just checking in, making sure you're not spiraling, everything is okay. We have this Page of Wands energy here, with fire. That is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. All right, let's see the potential of the relationship. Is the Star in reverse? Okay, absolutely lovely. How do I want these? Good enough. Um, so the Star is about hope and optimism and that magical child archetype, where you see the beauty in things, and it's about reorienting yourself as well, because you look up at the North Star and can figure out where you are in the world, and find which way is north. So this star is about reconfiguring where you are and how you view yourself and your situation. We have a cat knocking a glass off the table. Classic cat. So you might also be a little bit of a trickster, a little bit of a prankster, when it comes to it, which is very interesting because you did choose the cat tarot, which, cats are very mischievous. Um, you might be mischievous together, um, and have little giggle fits with stuff as well. So the star is about light in the darkness, right? The star is about, like I said, seeing light in the darkness and being able to reorient yourself. Um, it's a very positive card, even in reverse. We also have creativity here, along with the Page of Wands. So I think you might be an artist or someone who likes to create, is very creative. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna clear these cards. Do-do-do-do. Da-da-da-da-da. And move on to the Rose Oracle. One more good shuffle. Oh, they shuffle so nicely. Okay. Alright, what messages does pile 3 need to hear right now from the Rose? Okay, let's take this one. The Wild Rose. Ooh, I think that came out in pile 1 as well. Do it your way, embrace your uniqueness, untamed. Okay, so you are going to be very wild with your friend, pile number 3. You're going to unlock a new, like, nature child archetype within yourself. You might like taking walks or hikes in the forest, being around the natural world. Like, that might be where you do a lot of your hangouts, is in nature. Although nature is everywhere, but I mean like forests or lakes, maybe. Mountains, I don't know. Um, let's get a second one. Brothers of the Rose. Wait, I think these are the exact cards that came out in pile 1. Oh my gosh, so take a look at that reading if, you are interested in it. So, Brothers of the Rose, sacred masculine honor, protection, support. Very, very protective. So you might be very protective of each other, and you might bring out the masculinity in each other. Maybe, um, I, how do I explain what I just said or saw in my brain? Of trying to out guy yourself, if that makes any sense. Trying to, like, not toxic masculinity, but trying to out out masculine each other, if that makes any sense. I'm sorry if it doesn't. It was just, it came to my head. So, the Brothers of the Rose are sacred masculine, as it says on the card here. Um, yeah, I think you guys are just going to be very protective of each other and protect each other's femininity, protect each other's softer side. It might be like the he said no pickles, Daisy and Luigi meme. Just being very protective of each other. Let's see what the book has to say about Brothers of the Rose. Okay. This is a card of the sacred masculine. Like the feminine, the sacred masculine exists within each one of us, and together we're all being called to balance both energies within us, the sun and the moon, solar and lunar. Perhaps this is what it means to birth a new world. The sacred, mature masculine is something so needed in our world. It's the part of us that lives in deep honor and reverence of the feminine. It recognizes the goddess within all of life, including the earth, and is committed to protecting and living in devotion to the feminine. The sacred masculine knows that striving and overpowering, enduring and conquering are not helpful. The sacred masculine is strong and tender, protective but not defensive. This card could be a sign that you're being called to work on the sacred masculine energy within you that's maturing and rising. It could be that you're being called to work on ancestral healing of the paternal line. It could be an indication that you're being called to invoke or acknowledge the sacred masculine in those around you. Or it could represent the sacred masculine appearing in your life. The sacred masculine exists within all of us. They are encircling you so that you can do your sacred work, so that you can be part of the return of the goddess on this earth. The rose is their emblem, and they wear it proudly on their hearts. How are you being called to work with the sacred masculine? So there might also be some male deities. I'm thinking Hades, but there might be some male deities that are wanting to work with you. Um, uh, yeah, so that is where I'm going to leave your reading, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below. Bye!